What does it mean for you to prepare a meal for your community? How big a table do you need to set? What kind of food are you serving and how long will it take you to prepare it? What sort of faces will you see assembled around the table? Within the F.I.R.E.S personal strategic planning system, external FIRE involves defining the contribution you want to make to community at any scale. It's about taking that clarity you developed around your core values and deepest beliefs and doing something about it. You do this by starting with the world outside your door. Now, to be clear, when I say community, I'm not talking about your nearest and dearest. Now, technically, your family members and closest friends do constitute a type of community, according to the dictionary definition. But we'll get to those relationships in the relational FIRE. In the context of FIRES, your community extends beyond this core group of people. How far, you might ask? Well, that's up for you to determine. For example, the community or society you invest into could be your township. It could involve town hall meetings, committee groups, or planning sessions within your municipal government. Your banquet table could be set for people around your town who are impacted by issues such as street planning and waste management. Or the community or society you invest into could be a group of people in your city, your nation, or world who have a common struggle. Perhaps you empathize with the burdens that mothers around the world carry. Your investment could involve joining a charity or holding fundraisers, maybe brainstorming how to educate people about what mothers endure in particular parts of the world. Your banquet table is set for women from all parts of the world who toast you for making their lives more prosperous, dignified, and safe. Or the community or society you invest into could be humanity itself. Perhaps you are concerned with an issue that touches all people in some way. So let's say you become involved in efforts to respond to climate change. You could be educating yourself on the impact of climate change in different parts of the world. You could be writing letters to all levels of government. You could align yourself with charities, advocacy groups, and even business ventures that brainstorm and implement such solutions. Your banquet table is incredibly large and set up for huge numbers of people to walk up to, take food from, and leave. You may not formally meet many of the people who enjoy what you have provided, but you will know it sustained them. When my family and I moved to Washington State, I found a foothold into serving community through my kids' school. The meal I ended up preparing was for a well-defined group of local people. The teachers, the administrators, the students, and their families who were connected to one school. The meal I served was one I was well-equipped to prepare, a strategic planning process that helped this group of people to meet important, measurable goals. My hope for you as you work your way through this chapter is that you will find a community to serve. You have your version of a school that could help you to be more at home in your own life. Find community at any scale that makes sense to you. And then figure out how to make a contribution, and you'll never regret it. I know that by doing so, you could radically increase your capacity for contentment and experience of just abundance. Soon enough, you will continue the personal strategic planning process you started with Spiritual Fire. As with Spiritual Fire, You'll read stories and consider ideas that will stir your imagination and fire up your mind. At the end of this chapter and this video, you'll work through the external fire component of the F.I.R.E.S personal strategic planning system. At that stage, you will be defining the community contribution you want to make and what success in this area of your life would look like, so you can create a social contribution strategy. You'll analyze your community contribution situation. You'll be envisioning various scenarios in which you try out various approaches to getting to where you want to go in terms of making a community contribution. You'll evaluate the solution you chose to figure out whether you're on course towards realizing your social contribution strategy. We'll get there soon enough. First, let's dive into the nature of the external fire and its significance for a successful and meaningful life.